and welcome to episode that I really hope that they get that in the introduction. Welcome to episode 31 of the podcast, which is quite aggressively titled Hotels versus OTAs, who knows the guest better, ? I'm excited to talk. I say I'm excited to talk about this. I think that's a bit of a dramatisation. I'm not excited to talk about this, but I do have an opinion on this.
Oh, that's not like you. You've got an opinion on this.
No, I do have an opinion on this.
I am surprised.
You'll be shocked to know.
I have no opinion because I am opinionless.
That's not true.
Okay. You saw through that.
So, Alex has written a really good little blurb, so I'm going to read this out because I quite like this, Alex, to be honest. Hotels love to say they own the guest relationship. Editor's quotations, not mine. But the uncomfortable truth is this. OTAs might already be winning, brackets, with AI making that gap even bigger, close brackets. How can hotels compete in 2026, open bracket and beyond, close bracket, ?
It was a lot of
It was
it's
quite a punctuation-heavy sentence, is that?
Well, that's what I always think about, Alex. Close brackets, open brackets.
Open bracket.
Yeah, it's punctuation.
Close brackets.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hotels, one of the benefits of them is they own the guest relationship, and this big faceless OTA doesn't have that.
Just a marketing channel.
Doesn't have that layer of personalisation. You know, you're on first name terms with the concierge. He's sending you Christmas cards. You know, the check-in agent. Blah 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 blah. Is that true?
Well, I'd just say we kind of give it away in all of the blurb that you said there. So no, I don't think it is true, and especially, and Alex makes a very good point there about AI. That the way that the OTAs are leaning into it, especially Booking and Expedia, are leaning into AI, and how they're being regularly referenced in AI searches, no matter what platform you're on, is only going to make it more and more difficult for hotels.
It is. Let's go pre-AI.
Pre-AI.
Let's PAI. Let's pie.
Okay.
All right. How's this for a slice?
I like pie.
How's this for a slice of pie? Even pre-AI, or BAI, before AI, the OTAs they're already winning the game with guest relationship. So there's this really romanticized idea of you book with a hotel, you're getting there, and someone wheels up and takes your bags off you, and then your dog is put in some pajamas, and they already have your favorite cocktail waiting at the bar. That's one hotel that has an understanding that's probably not on a CRM somewhere. It's not going to say when Mr. Hanley comes in, give him like a Mai Tai.
Pajamas.
I was going to go for the cocktail, not the dog pajamas. But there's unlikely to be on a CRM somewhere.
Do we have these in XXL?
I mean, L, please. It's been quite a busy Christmas. And that just, I don't think that happens. But I think as with an OTA, they don't just have visibility into your behaviour at one property. They have visibility into your behaviour pre-property and post-property across the entire board.
Yeah.
They know... They have a really good idea of where you're going to stay, when you're going to stay, who you're going to stay with, when you're going to arrive, when you're going to check, how close are you to airports, blah, 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 blah. This entire thing that will form and structure a better understanding, a deeper understanding of the guest relationship, rather than just one hotel going, Mr. Hanley likes a Mai Tai and dog pajamas.
Yeah, that's... I can't disagree with you.
No, you can't.
Except if you're me, because TripAdvisor thinks I'm going to 15 different destinations at once because the amount of places that I'm searching with my job.
That is different. We are the outliers to the algorithm.
Very much so.
There's a really
I get some very confused emails sent to me.
There's like a really guilt-type character at TripAdvisor. God, this guy wants to go everywhere.
Yeah, oh my God, this guy travels so much.
You say 3 people, 12 people, and what even Maven?
Oh my God.
Sorry, TripAdvisor algorithm. My bad.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't think you're wrong, and I think more importantly is the way that hotels approach marketing and data, and the importance when it comes to financially backing it compared to the OTAs. The OTAs just concentrate on marketing because that's all they really do. There's no difference between what you and I and 3&6 does and an OTA, except we direct the end user to a different website. And the fact that they've got oodles more money.
And we have a soul.
Well,
one of us has a soul. One of us has a reflection in the mirror.
That's not where I was going, but thanks for that, buddy. No, I think the OTAs, I think they do have a soul some of it may be tarnished.
Sold out, mate.
Sold out.
Sold out. Someone's hankering for a job with the Expedia over here.
Well, there is some news I need to tell you. I think that the way that they approach it, the money, the marketing, the budget, the attitude, the understanding, they're living, sleeping, eating, breathing the whole marketing experience because they don't have to run a hotel. And that in itself already puts the hotel at a disadvantage completely. Most hotels don't have marketing resources in-house. The ones that do have marketing resources in-house tend to be more of a project manager because they can't have that many hats, and be an expert in every single one of them. It's physically not possible to be an expert in PPC, SEO, social, website conversion rate optimization, AIO, and that's all I can think off the top of my head. You know what I mean?
No, I do.
So they're already on a back foot, and I think it's a bit of a myth to think that hotels would actively say that they know the guest better or they understand the guest better in that marketing journey.
Okay. Is there a way that hotels could?
Yes.
How?
Oh no, I wasn't expecting that question.
Okay. Well,
no,
it's sort of the holy grail. Like,
no, there is. Sorry, to answer your question, I do think there are ways of doing that, but it all stems back to the very beginning. It requires investment, both time. Well, not both. It's time, money, and energy or effort. It all needs to go in. It needs to be an important part of understanding that this is an integral part to your business. If you don't want to pay OTA commissions, but the easiest thing to do is pay OTA commissions because you don't have to do money, time, or effort.
Yeah, well, money, but
yeah, you don't have to pay the money up front. Yeah,
retrospectively. I think you have to look at this in scale. With OTAs, they can scale the relationship because they have the breadth of data. But I would rather have one good friend than 10 acquaintances. I would rather go to one hotel that really does understand and own my journey with them. Like, I've lost track of the amount of times I've been on, calls with clients, even new ones, even existing ones, and I have to put on my sort of semi-useless husband hat and say,
what do you mean put on? You never
which
take
is
it
a
off.
well-worn
Yeah,
hat.
we never take
it's
it
like
off. Let's
slipping
be
into
honest.
an old comfortable chair. And I say things like, hey, if somebody books the honeymoon suite, or if somebody comes back like the same day every year, do you go out and say to them, hey Ben, it's getting pretty close to that time of year where you always book the room.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten anything? And they're like, no, we don't do that.
Yeah,
It's like, okay,
literally the email the day before.
there's a start for 10. Because that, for me, is part of owning the guest relationship, the relationship between the property and the guest itself. And it can be transactional, but it can also transcend a transactional relationship and be a relating relationship. I'm coming to you and I understand your life, the season where you are in your life, the cadence of the year with you and your family. I'm going to come to you and say, you've done this for the last 2 years, you've not done it. Have you forgotten? Is there a change in circumstance? Just anything like that.
Yeah, but the problem you've got there is that relies on information and data.
Yes.
And that's where you're going to beat the OTAs because they don't have access to that breadth of data. It's the personalization.
Breadth versus depth.
Yes, and they don't. But do you not feel that some hotels, especially the chains, are going the opposite way? They're not going breadth, they're going depth, they're going volume, they're going, let's make it more transactional. Let's have less people on there. Let's make it, check-in, peopleless check-in.
Yeah, like remote check-ins.
Yeah, front desk for me has always been the most essential part to the hotel process.
Yep.
Because it's the first contact you have, it's the first impression that you have with the hotel.
It's the first time your hotel speaks.
Well, yes.
Is your check-in desk.
Personally speaks to me, yeah. And data collection at that point, at that point, I'm walking up to a front desk, I'm expecting to give information. My name, I've got a booking, I would like my room. Here's, can I have my key? Where the hell do I go? What time's breakfast, more importantly? But during that process, I'm in a questioning, answering state of mind. If you ask a few other questions, I'm more likely going to give you information. I'm more likely to give you my email at that front desk when you ask it than any number of the 50 emails I get a day asking for my email address and time and whatever because they want to sell something to me.
I mean, if they're emailing you asking me for your email address, then there's a problem with their CRM.
Phone calls, you know what I mean? Yeah, asking for data, asking for me.
I do. I'm thinking.
You saw through that one again.
I agree, and that's you go to the desk and you're in a position and you are emotionally ready to give information over to people. Yeah. But check-in kiosks, the death of hospitality. You're going there for that is transactional, not relationship, not relational interaction with it, and that it's sad.
Look, there's a place for it. There is a place for it.
I'm not going on a tangent here, a bit of a rant here, but go.
At 3 a.m. when my flight's been delayed and I just want my key card to get in. Yeah, absolutely, that makes sense. I also know that there's more increasing pressures in terms of wages rising, less people, more hats to wear. Yeah. There's a balance. We've just been talking about this. There's a balance in everything. There's a balance in every business. Yeah. And I think trying to become too transactional in an industry that is built on customer service, built on relationships, it's not going to work. But you can see it. You can go to any city on go on TripAdvisor, go on any city and look at the top rated. Or the top 10 rated hotels or whatever it would be in that area. And you can see that the ones that are there, the ones that have got a personal touch, the people, the feedback that they're getting is, oh, so-and-so at the front desk was amazing, or so-and-so behind the bar remembered my cocktail when I went in every night and got me drunk when I was there, or... the stories, the anecdotes that we personally have, the ones that I remember are the ones where they remember...
bar.
Prince and Princess. The ones that I remember are the ones where they remember me during the stay.
Yeah, and that wouldn't happen if it's all kiosk. But can you imagine kiosk-based bartenders? Talk to somebody on a kiosk, press a button, and your cocktail pops out of the...
Well, they might get my order right.
They might get order right. I might as well just sit at home drinking in silence, crying, than go to a hotel.
Tuesday.
We call it Tuesdays. Over here. We call it Tuesdays. I feel like there's a conclusion there, but I don't know what it is. I think the conclusion is you can as a hotel accurately and adequately own the guest relationship. You have the ability to know the guest better. I don't know how would we say this? An OTA can know the guest more about the guest, but the hotel can know the guest better. How about that?
Yeah.
Can we have that as a soundbite?
Go for it.
There you have one.
Oh, well, we need to ask Faceless.
Faceless, can we gift that? Okay. We got one thumb up from Faceless.
Well, no, hang on. She's only got one thumb. That could mean anything. Yeah.
No, she got two thumbs.
Oh, she got two. Oh, when did that happen? Okay, cool.
So the OTAs can know more about a guest, but a hotel can know a guest better. I'm going to get that on a T-shirt. That's wicked smart. Okay, is there a conclusion there we need to add on top of that?
What, a conclusion of the conclusion?
Yeah, conclusion.
I think we're good with just the one conclusion. I was already confused with that one.
Thanks.